to the infinite plane carrying uniform surface charge sigma. Okay, so we got a plane. Plane means like a paper. Okay, it is having only area dimension. Thickness dimension is not there. It is very, very thin. Okay, so it is carrying this particular surface charge density sigma. Okay, so I'm having now geometry of the Gaussian geometry is like a pillbox. I hope everybody has seen the pillbox. If not, I'm showing you the pillbox like this box. So this is the top lid and this is the bottom lid. And in between, I'm having this surface. In between, I'm having this surface. You can see this. So this is how the construction of Gaussian pillbox, which is shown in the diagram. Okay. So the linear dimension of this pillbox is very, very small. Linear dimension. This red part is above the plane and blue part is below the plane. Area is appreciable compared to the linear dimension and area is A. So this particular box is encloses some charge. We want to check what is the charge enclosed by this particular box. So we have this Q enclosed is equal to sigma into A. Is this part is clear? It is very simple. Flux phi. Flux phi which flows out of the surface of this pillbox. So how many surfaces it is having? So you can see the top surface is very large. The side surfaces, they are very small. The side surfaces, they are very small. So we got a top surface, we got a bottom surface. Okay. For the top surface, n cap is pointing upward and E bar is also pointing upward. Again, do not ask me why there is no E bar along the surface, because I already mentioned that this parallel component gets nullified and that when the distribution gets completed, we are talking about the static charge distribution on the plane. So only perpendicular component of the E bar is there. Again, identically, one E bar is below this particular plane because the thickness dimension of the plane is very small. Okay. So what is the charge enclosed? Charge enclosed is sigma A, but the E bar is on both the direction, right? Above the plane, below the plane. So when we go for the closed integral of this, now since E bar could be up and down, but both are identically constant, so we can pull this out. And when we can go for the closed surface integral, we are getting double the area of this particular top, right? So one is top surface, second is bottom surface, both are same in size. So we write it A plus A, 2A. Side areas are really very, very negligible. That is the first assumption when we consider this. Very, very negligible compared to the A. So there is no contribution from the sides of the pillbox. Again, I am mentioning this E bar perpendicular to DA bar. I explained it here. Identical reason. So we can substitute in the Gauss law, right? The flux is equal to Q over epsilon naught, and we are getting this particular expression. Okay. This part is clear?